The Ministry of Interior has witnessed pragmatic and proactive leadership to position it to actualize its set objectives. Let's talk with the Honorable Minister of Interior and find out the realities, challenges, and efforts. Let's look at the capacity building programs by your ministry to actually ensure productivity and efficiency.
First of all, let's talk about recruitment. We have computerized everything about recruitment, from application to screening to ultimate appointment is computerized. On capacity building, there is a board in charge of all the agencies that we have: Fire, Civil Defense, Immigration, and Correctional Service Board. The board is responsible for all of these: recruitment, promotion, discipline, and development programs for capacity building through the board. The agencies too do such things on their own, but the board is at top of that, ensuring that training, capacity building, and exposure to world best practices are effectively done. We are reviewing the curriculum of study in all the training institutions. And I want to believe that nothing is being spared to motivate our staff, our personnel, particularly at the agency level. We are doing our best.
During your Salah message, you said Nigerians should also be very cautious and also help the security agencies. Because in the UK, in the US, you find that each citizen is ready to give out information about insecurity, about threat to the necessary agencies. Do you think it will be proper or adequate to launch a serious campaign to awaken the consciousness of Nigerians to also be very security conscious?
The elimination or discouragement of ethnic profiling. We must just agree that we want to build a nation. Difficult, but we should accept that it's in our interest that a nation is built from Nigeria. It's unfortunate that in the inner recess of most Nigerian elite, that consciousness is lacking. There is no doubt we need the support of all to secure ourselves, property, and our space. Without the people, the limited number of security operatives we have cannot do anything. What is called architecture of security is a pyramid. At the very base of that pyramid are the people who must support all the other essential segments of that pyramid. Without the people ready and willing to expose whoever threatens their security, there is nothing the other segments can do. At the apex of that pyramid is the military. When crisis gets to insurrectional stage, then the military will come, and that's why they are the apex of the security pyramid. So the people must understand why they cannot detach themselves from other segments, namely vigilante group cooperating with police and civil defense cooperating with themselves, working together to douse threats before they get out of hand. So if we all understand this, honestly speaking, there will not be any threat anywhere. I just hope and I believe that the media will drop the gap of adversarial journalism. If you just know that we are building democracy and that democracy is just a tool for development. Development means engagement of all, mobilization of all to take us step by step through the ladder of development. And support and cooperate with all those who are engaged in that effort. Yes, chastise whoever is getting out of line. I am not saying you should tolerate people who are not committed to development. I'm not saying so. I'm saying that journalism must first of all be committed to developing the people and ensuring that their conditions of living are better. So to that extent, I want to appeal to our media from the practitioners to the management to please support a developmental campaign that will bring us to our historic role and height in this continent and the world.
Ministry of Interior has a strategic role to play in the security architecture of the country. So Nigerians would like to know how effectively has your ministry actually lived up to the expectation of Nigerians with regards to internal security, which is actually a major core of your mandate, considering the high level of insecurity.
I will respond by telling you that we know clearly that we are the major organ of the state in charge of internal security. But we need the support of all the other important agencies to ensure that the security of Nigerians, their property, and even the space itself is guaranteed. To achieve that objective of adequate security, we need the buy-in and the support of all the security and intelligence forces. To the best of my knowledge, we have been having a wonderful synergy with all those agencies. Yes, Nigerians are sadly not having the best that we want ourselves. But it is not without effort on our part. It's just that you get this sort of disappointments even in the best that you put forward. The assurance I want to give to Nigerians is so simple. We are not relenting. We are committed to securing lives and property. And I'm assuring Nigerians that the past is gone. We are turning a new leaf, and before the end of this year, before December, God willing, we are going to have a better security condition. We are working with the military, we are working with the police, and we are equally using our own agencies, coupled with the intelligence organizations, the SSS, the DSS, and all the other agencies that I will not want to mention. We are confident that we will put the challenges that we have now behind us.
Can you tell us what is so challenging about internal security, especially with a country like Nigeria?
The real problem is not with the enemies of the state. For the enemies of the state, we can really deal with them and put them quickly behind us. But the elite in Nigeria are not too conscious of what their role should be and how they should rally around government to manage some of the crisis which some elements exploit to disturb our peace. Is there any society without conflict? It can only be in heaven. There is none. But what to have in those societies where the conflict do not snowball into major crisis is agreement with themselves first and the state authority government not to celebrate the conflict. If our elites are going to be honest with themselves, they will know clearly it's not about failure of effort. It's about ourselves not wanting to accept roles that will support the government to exterminate the crisis that we have. And let me tell you something. Before the advent of our administration, President Muhammadu Buhari administration, I don't think there was any local government in Borno that was something like the occupation of the insurgents. Today, not 1 inch, square inch of Northeast is under the control of any insurgent. So I will reduce problems or the challenges around the crisis we have to lack of consensus among the elite of Nigerians to really support government to suppress and eliminate these things.
Thank you very much, Minister. Recently, you were in Port Harcourt. You were quite bothered about the racketeering of e-passport. You've actually expressed your position, really, when it has to do with this passport issue. What are the significant innovative areas in terms of improving in the design, security features, production, and issuance of the Nigerian e-passport document? Are there challenges with regards to availability? Because it's an issue. Recently, you cleared the air and said, look, we have enough. We're also talking about accessibility and affordability, both locally and international. Maybe you want to shed light on this.
Thank you for bringing this up. That is one area that have actually devoted a lot of my time, because I know that if there be a legacy that will be quite enduring and visible, yes, it is in passport administration. So I'm very much committed to it. And we have done quite a lot. We have transformed passport issuance administration so significantly. And I hope Nigerians listening to me will support us by simply shunning any attraction to a third party in passport application. You don't need it. You can process your passport application either for a new passport or a renewal of the one you already have by yourself. It does not take 5 minutes to apply digitally online using any internet-enabled device. Pay online. You will instantly have your appointment slip online, which you can print out. And on that appointment slip is everything you need to take to your enrollment center. What's the enrollment center? And we're going to have very many very soon. We are working on having very many. The challenge today, and why we still have some complaints, is that the volume of applicants, people that will have to go through the passport control offices, is huge. By the time we really liberalize, we open up enrollment centers in such a way that there will be no congestion, there will be no pressure. The date and time you will go for data capture. What is data capture? Data capture is, one, synchronizing details on your application form with what you have in your NIMC NIN document. So, if your name is arranged in such a way that it does not rhyme with what you have on your NIMC record for NIN, you will not be captured. Two, we will equally take your fingerprints, which must be the same with what you have on the NIMC database, and your facial photograph, which must be taken there. So when all the essential biodata is taken and harmonized, then you wait for 3 weeks if your request for a renewal or the issue, and 6 weeks maximum if you want a fresh passport. The desperation you put yourself through will lead you to scammers, to racketeers, and people will simply exploit you. At every passport processing office in Nigeria, we have enough passport booklet. Look at what I've lined out. Is it possible for us to exhaust what we have? It's just simply impossible. But the exploiter ring, I don't want to call it criminal ring, around this process is almost at an industrial level. So we need the support of Nigerians to first of all abandon them. Believe me, that they don't need anybody. And that once there is general understanding of that, the game will be up for the scammers. I'm assuring Nigerians that there is no shortage of booklet. Wherever and whenever such argument is given, tell whoever says that to you that you are a scammer. And that you have no business being where you are. Whoever that person is, tell him that the Minister of Interior has said that there is no shortage of booklet for passport processing in Nigeria. We just have difficult, dirty, and irresponsible people who want to mess up our well-designed, well-implemented, and by the grace of God, well-executed innovation to ease passport processing.
With the expiration of this administration in 2023, what are the legacies you are leaving behind, and what are the projected plans, for the limited period for the various agencies under your ministry to also position them for efficiency?
We are working on innovation. There can't be an end to innovation. reducing human-to-human contact in virtually everything we do will be the best for all of us. The human beings are complex entities. You can't be sure what we can do when interests conflict with duty. So the projection is we will not relent in seeking solution to every operation we do here that will reduce person-to-person contact. As to legacy, that is not my own duty. It's the duty of history. Let history judge what I do or what I fail to do. But I'm satisfied that I'm passionately committed to ensuring that our mandate of safety, security, and citizenship integrity are pursued with vigor and passion.
On a final note, as a passing shot, what's your word of encouragement and assurance to all Nigerians in diaspora, the diplomatic community, and other stakeholders for an efficient, progressive ministry?
Well, simple. We shall not leave any stone unturned to ensure that the safety of Nigerians, security of their lives and property, and integrity of their citizenship are not compromised. In doing it, we appeal to our citizens, to our people, to support us by whatever way and means possible. Consular visa processing is being digitized for businesses bringing in partners. You don't need to wait endlessly to get visa. Apply online for visa on arrival and you get it. We launched a Nigerian visa policy which changed the categories of visa from 6 to 79. It's a work-based, profession-based, operation-based. We partnered with some Nigerian private companies to have visa processing centers worldwide. As for businessmen and women in Nigeria, if you are bringing your foreign partners, you don't need to endlessly wait at the embassy for visa. Apply online for your visa on arrival, and your partners can come in at will. And we expect you to live up to all the obligations, immigration responsibilities of such visitors. Do not keep them beyond the period they are allowed to stay. And should you need any other service or operation, please feel free to meet us at our various offices in the immigration service.
Federal Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, on the Minister's platform. Thank you very much for being with us. And we want to wish you all the best in your endeavor. To be honest, you've actually struck a chord. And if you don't even want to talk about your legacies are there to be proud of because of the revolutionary change you've brought to internal security in the country. Thank you, sir.
I'm very grateful. Thank you.
But that's it on Talking with the Minister, speaking with the Federal Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola. He has been able to very systematically help us to understand and appreciate the great efforts of this ministry because for him, digitization of the operations of the ministry has been at the core level of ensuring efficiency and acceptability, of course, world best practices, all in the name to ensure that the Ministry of Interior is well positioned. Thank you for watching. The Minister's platform will continue in a moment.